Wall Street Memes Casino.
I'm fine.
And Sportsbook.
Andrew McCART, IFLTV. I'm here with the victorious Steed Woodall. Steed, you just said my first belt. I don't know how to hold it, but does it feel good round your shoulder?
Listen, it just feels unreal at the moment. You know, I said in my post-fight interview, you know, I'm celebrating like as if it was a world title, and I appreciate, you know, people may think that. Well, listen, tonight that was a world title to me, because what I've been through the past, well, as you were just saying, the past 4 or 5 years, been an absolute roller coaster, and I almost fell off the track so many times, so many disappointments. Particularly the past 12 months have just been horrible for me. But, you know, credit to my trainer, Paul Coonahan, my manager, John and Louis, all the people in the gym. You know, they've kept on top of me, made sure I'm in there. You know, 3 weeks notice for this fight. And listen, I come here, I got the business done. You know, no disrespect to Lerrone, I knew I could have beat that caliber of fighter beforehand. Years ago, when I first got back from the States, 5 years ago now. But you have to wait, persevere. And I'm going over too long now, I do apologise, but listen, I made it happen tonight. Thank you, mate.
I want to talk about what we spoke about before I pushed record there, but talk to me about the stoppage. I mean, you had him hurt, you followed up a few punches. I couldn't quite see from where at my vantage point up here, but yeah, just talk to me about the stoppage.
Yeah, I mean, the game, obviously, listen, Lerrone's a very slick boxer, and he's undefeated for a reason. He's won every title, five different titles, bar a world title. Well, he's IBO world champion. He was, I think he's ranked number 2 or whatever, so it was just a game of going back to my amateur pedigree, where I fought at world level. Just knew I've got to close the range a little bit more. I had boxed him early on, actually, at his own game. I knew at some point he would overcommit, and I knew I was going to clip him. I thought he was going to come maybe late on. You know, I've got a brilliant engine, and I was going to really push for it late on, but listen, you catch someone, you got to finish it. There's no, you don't get paid for overtime, typical.
That's the perfect saying. Yeah, again, obviously Lerrone's undefeated. Beginning of the week, I heard him say call out Berlanga. You've done it the hard way, let's be honest. And I do want to go back to what I just said before I pushed record. You had that 4.5 year gap between 2017, I think it was, and 21-22. You didn't box at all. I remember watching you years and years ago in 2014-15 and being like, yeah, there's something there. Then you disappeared. Then you've come back and you fought Boris Crichton. I was out in Poland for you when you fought Boris. You fought Paddy McCrory, lost, but you've come back and beaten an undefeated opponent in Lerrone Richards. Have you got a message for any fighter out there that might be thinking, this isn't the game for me because I don't get the opportunities? Have you got a message for these guys?
Listen, they all know, you know, the past few years I've accepted fights with all of them. You know, I was off after the short notice with Boris Crichton. I got a week and a half for that. I did get a camp for Paddy. I got a little bit unlucky with the decision. I felt like I nicked it by a couple of rounds. But it was you know, listen, I don't want to make excuses about it. You know, one judge gave me 2 rounds, and as an English judge as well, so I really had to, you know, there's a saying you have to knock them out to get a draw, and I quite literally had to do that. But, you know, he went on to fight Berlanga, and I definitely, again, I got respect for Paddy, but, you know, I would have just given so much more than what he gave that night. You know, I'm willing to really put it all on the line, and I haven't had a chance to show that. You know, I know tonight even, I didn't get to show what I actually can do. So listen, Lerrone would have got that fight. He probably would have got a world title after this because it's what he's won. So why can't I? You know, I'm top dog now. You know, everyone now, I've got a belt. May not be a world title, but listen, they've got to come for me now as well. So this is it. So, you know, I'm coming across a little bit arrogant there, but I've never been that way. But it's probably because that's why I've gone so unnoticed, because I don't want to talk a lot of rubbish and call people out and stuff like that. But listen, I'm here now. He was ranked number 2, so if things are fair, I'll be ranked number 2 now, and I want number 1, or whoever's out there. That's put me in the top 15 in the world now. So, you know, I want to go ahead now. You know, I'm 30 years old, got a 2-year-old daughter at home, and, you know, mouths to feed, and I'm ready. Let's go.
I do want to get, like I said to you, you're the epitome of never give up. Because, like I said, about the 4 years, this, that, and the next thing, coming off losses and this, have you got a message for the young fighters coming through that probably can't sell tickets? They probably lost their first couple of fights or whatnot. But like I said, you're the epitome of never giving up. So have you got a message for these young fighters?
Absolutely. You know, I think, you know, I could really delve deep into that, because I've been through so much, even as an amateur, you know, and as a kid coming up, I got in with the wrong crowd, and, you know, almost went down the wrong path in life almost, you know. But me and my brother, fan boxing, you know, I had a bit of trouble outside of school. I had to drop out of school for a year. That's when I found boxing. I was a bit overweight, you know, in with the wrong crowd and stuff like that. I eventually got back into school, got my head down. Boxing really helped with that. I left with some of the best GCSEs in my year in the end. when I got my diploma and stuff like that while I was boxing. I had so many disappointments in the amateurs. I won the championships 5 times back to back. Won the British twice, won Haringey, went to the Worlds. I was dominating everyone on the assessment squads and the GB squad, and they just wouldn't give me a spot. And there's so many setbacks, and there's many times where I thought, the same as what a lot of these young kids will go through is, is it for me? Does my face fit? What can you do right? But if you just keep on ticking. And that's what's happened to me in my pro career as well. I came back from America, broke my leg. I thought, that's me done, that's my career done. I've got no promoter, no backing. I was horrible in the rankings. Even before tonight, I wasn't even in the top 10, was I? But listen, you keep plugging along. Even you come back from a loss. I didn't feel like I lost that last fight, but it didn't go my way. And thank God I've got a good team around me: Lou Coonahan, Paul Coonahan, John. They kept me in the gym. And listen, he's here. I got the shot with Lerrone. Absolute credit to Lerrone. I hope I can go and have a chat to him. He can most definitely come back. I hope the promoters don't drop him and stuff like that, because it's such a fickle sport. He deserves every chance to come back. He's won every title. I'm doing my rant again. I do apologise.
Listen, Steve, it's your night and I won't keep you much longer. Go and enjoy it. Enjoy the belt. And hopefully I'll catch you in the next one and you get that big shot you deserve. Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Wall Street Memes Casino
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.